Hi, my name is Mike, and I am a group facilitator here at Interactions. The way I got started here was I actually was a client. I went to IOP here when I was struggling with some addiction issues, and the way they ran their program made me want to be a part of it. They were structured, and I understood what to expect, and they were consistent, but they weren't rigid. They had this fluidity, and they had so many types of groups. Some days I felt like a real hard process group, and sometimes I felt like doing some writing. And sometimes I just was taking myself too seriously and I wanted to do some comedy, and they gave everything. And sometimes I just felt like eating better and nutrition was just what I had. It was this wide variety of ways to make myself not only understand my addiction, understand my role, and how to make myself a better human being, but just how to do everything better. So that's how I came here. I have a master's degree in education. It has an emphasis on facilitating group discussion, so I think I study this, and I really think it's important not just to know the topic, but how to facilitate, how to encourage people who talk a lot to listen more, and how to encourage people who don't talk so much to advocate for themselves and to go further. So my groups are usually pretty organic. I have an idea of what I want to do, and sometimes we get to it, and sometimes a client says something that the whole group says, you know what, let's discuss this, and utilizing the skills that I've learned to sort of understand how everyone can get a voice, and it makes for a really fulfilling group for me and for, I hope, them, and I think it does. So I'm passionate about this field because I'm passionate about helping people. I always have been. I've struggled so much myself that I became the person that people were taking care of, and it was this real twisted sort of logic. But I decided after I got help, after I got some time under my belt, and after I really felt comfortable in my sobriety, and all I wanted to do was give it away. And I feel like I'm on the front lines here. We sit in a room and we talk, and we are honest and we're vulnerable. And if someone doesn't like it, then they don't like it, and that's okay. We deal with it. We don't dismiss people. I feel like people in these rooms, the one thing that we have in common is we feel dismissed. We feel like that some people might overlook us or not understand us, and sometimes it's because we don't show them who we are. This is where we get to show who we are. For good or for bad, it sort of doesn't matter. It's just who we are. It just is what it is. The passion I get is because this is the most effective way that I can make my time here worth it. I can help people in ways that I've struggled. I don't know what's a better gift than that. Something you've struggled with, and you can turn to someone and says, hey, not only do I understand it, but I got a few tricks up my sleeve of how I got out of this. I think that's the game. The best part of this job is the moment when you're in a group and everyone looks at each other because you realize you just sort of hit a capital T truth. I'm not sure how they come. Sometimes it comes from people that have been really dealing with something in the group for a long time, and they say something and the room goes quiet, and everyone realizes that's it. That's the moment. That's the moment where someone realizes maybe who they've been pretending to be for a long time isn't really them. They've just been pretending long enough that it's just become who they were. And in these rooms, you get to just shake all of it. And that moment, the moment, is the best moment because, we watch movies and we cry during that scene. There's a moment, and I get to experience it in real life. And it doesn't hurt that I get paid for it too. It's fulfillment for me.